Whether you own a serger or not, it's good to know which stitches in a sewing machine are best for overlock stitching. That's where you can take and make sure that the raw edges don't unravel any further, especially when you start washing or using an item after you sew it together. They talk about zigzag edges. But in the Pfaff Quilt Expression 720, there is an entire menu dedicated to overlock stitches. So choose 1.2, go to overlock stitches. We're actually going to go into stitch number 3. You'll see that it actually tells us to use foot number 3. The foot number 3 is the one with the little red marker, and it is set for IDT. So make sure that you do have that pulled down in the back, the integrated dual feed. Mine is already engaged, so all I'm going to do is take one foot off and switch it when I go. But I want you to take a look. There's a little pin inside the stitching area. So right here's where the zigzag or jump of the stitch is going to happen. But I want you to move this red marker by twisting this little screw so that pin is right behind where the red guide or red marker is going to be. So when we stitch, we're going to guide our fabric right along that red marker. The pin is going to be right along the raw edge, and the stitch is going to jump over the pin. The pin is key because that's what keeps the fabric from going all twisty. So if you've ever just done a zigzag with a standard foot, you've probably seen your fabric kind of twirl or curl, and it doesn't lay flat. That pin is going to keep everybody nice and professional and flat when you stitch. So just make sure. I have had people try to put this on the other way. By the way, the red marker is in the front. Ta-da! All right, so attach that. Again, the IDT is engaged, and it will just snap on whether it's on or off, but make sure it's pulled down in the back and engaged. So then all you need to do is lower the presser foot. Here's a little trick. I'll often put the presser foot down, and then I can see if I'm on the edge or not. If not, push that foot down button again. It will just raise the foot just enough so I can wiggle the fabric just a little bit to the side before I start to stitch. As I start to sew, you're going to notice that that needle goes over the pin as the stitch is created. I'm watching right here, keeping my fabric nice and even along the edge, and then just let the whole thing stitch out the back side. But I want to show you just how nice and flat that seam is. So when you're sewing, see how nice and flat that is? There's no curl to that edge because it is supported by the pin in the foot.